Hi, family. It's a beautiful Tuesday evening, and I'm glad to welcome you all to the Love Hospital. This is the Dr. Love Show, where we talk about everything love and everything relationship. If you are here, I would like you to share the live, follow, and tell a friend to tell another friend that Dr. Love is live on your screens today. So quickly, we would like to acknowledge our sponsors for the show. Apostle Felix Henry Dowu of Abundant Grace Apostolic Church, Deacon Emmanuel Owusu, Fredco Constructions Limited. Call them for all your building purposes on 0549 618007. Viola Collections. Call them for all kinds of clothing. Call them on 055 711 2508. A request for sponsorship is allowed as an individual company. Just give us a call on 0544 961447. Yes, my makeup was made by iGlam. Her number is 0208 183 222 or 0544 046842. Follow her on all social media platforms at iGlam, and she will do same and more for you. Yes, it will excite you that we have an amazing personality in our midst tonight, and he is no other but in the person of Reverend Michael Ni Adote from Porter's Triumphant Ministry. Yes, so you are welcome, Reverend Michael.
Thank you very much. I'm so grateful to be here once again.
It's our pleasure. So yes, let's have a story. It's a very interesting one, and if you are watching us, please join in. Call a friend to join in. We are live. Whatever we are about to read to you, you can share your minds or share your views on our social media platforms. So I ended my 2-year relationship due to my partner's hidden secret. He claimed strong Christian values, abstaining from sex until marriage. However, I discovered he had a micro penis. His secrecy and evasiveness raised suspicions. Despite his kindness and generosity, I couldn't overlook this issue. After confirming, I felt hurt and betrayed. His refusal to acknowledge the truth and instead blaming my discovery on temptation led me to leave. I prioritized my own desires and well-being. He remained single, deceiving others about his motives. I chose to seek fulfillment elsewhere, prioritizing honesty and compatibility. Yes, so this is our story. I'm sure it's an amazing one, and that is why we have Reverend Michael in the studio to help us navigate it. So, Reverend Michael, my first question will be that should you keep certain things from your partner in a relationship? Like we are generalizing this very one. Should you keep certain things from your partner in a relationship? Because you could see that this thing that we have read is based on secrecy. So should you keep certain things from your partner in a relationship?
Okay. Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
For inviting me in again. And I know your viewers from our last episode, they love what we did.
Yeah.
That's why they will continue to do this also.
Yeah.
Okay. From what you just asked and what you just read, I will say yes and I will say no.
Okay.
Because there are certain informations when you put out there, you are doomed forever.
Okay.
In the area of when anger strikes. So be careful of what you tell your partner. Be careful of what you say.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, if care is not taken and such a thing happens, you are going to regret it.
Okay.
Big time. But I'm saying yes because yes, you must discuss and have deep discussions. For him to tell you that, oh, I want us to abstain from sex, that means you are communicating.
Okay.
So why wouldn't you put it clear to the person that this is my difficulty?
Okay.
And this is what is eating up a lot of relationship and a lot of marriages. What to say and when to say it and how to say it.
Okay. So if I get you right, you are saying that, yes, you must communicate certain things to your partner in a relationship and know there are certain things you should keep because they would use it against you when they are angry.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So my next question for you, how transparent should you be and how secretive should you be? Because you are saying yes and you are saying no.
Yes.
How transparent should you be?
Okay, from where you are coming from, let me go a little bit deeper.
Okay.
So you want to be transparent to your loved one.
Yeah.
To your spouse. To that love you have found. One, I say this all the time. Love is not looking for who to stay with.
Okay.
It's looking for who can stay with you. So if you are adjusting your life with the person you are finding as a companion, so you must tell the person, this is how I end my day. This is how I start my day, and this is how I end it.
Okay.
I won't advise you are living in a Jay-Z world, so I want to be plain.
Okay.
I want to be a pastor, and I want to be
a member
at all times in this particular discussion.
Okay.
One, the reason why you must be transparent is to be truthful. The reason why you are being transparent in that relationship means that you want whatever is going on, everybody carries you along. Okay. Your partner carries you along. So you are being truthful and you are being transparent by telling her where you are going from where you are, is telling the person to bring trust.
Okay.
That is a key word. Immediately you open the episode of truth, transparency, you are bringing in what we call trust.
Okay.
So the person will trust you to the extent that when she or he is sleeping and somebody calls to tell him or her, we saw your fiancé, we saw your girlfriend, we saw your husband, we saw your wife doing ABCD. Okay. The person will trust you enough not to believe what people are saying.
Okay.
And one reason why you must be secretive, like you are asking, is to know your limits, regardless who you are dating. You should know the boundaries on which you will step and the boundaries on which you will not step.
Okay.
One, from what you read, the guy will put him in our contest, a crusade guy.
Yeah.
He shows everything Christ-like. He's being secretive on this particular issue. And I'm asking myself, does it even matter size of manhood when it comes to relationship? Does it matter?
Rev, we'll get there, but how long should you consider dating your partner before being transparent to them? Because, I don't believe that you can meet somebody today and the person asks you out, finally you agree, and then just within a month, you start saying things. You are not sure of the relationship yet. So how long would you advise that you date for before you begin to tell your partner things he or she is supposed to know about you?
Okay, thank you again. It all boils down on communication. What is your goal in that relationship? What is your goal in that friendship?
Okay.
One, you must know from day one if whether it is leading to what you want.
Okay.
Or it's just for you to have fun and leave. If it's just to have fun, then you must be cautious of the things you say in the relationship.
Okay.
Because it's just for the fun making. But if it's for a better marriage, if your friendship is going to lead to marriage, then you should be cautious and do things right.
Okay.
You should open up to the extent that you will bring in trust.
So when trust comes in, that is when you decide that I can now open up to your partner. So it doesn't matter the time.
The time. It could be a week, it could be 2 months, it could be 3 months.
6, it could be a year.
A year.
So when you know that you are trusting this partner enough, that is when you will be transparent to the person.
You open up fully and fully tell the person what the person needs to know. Because the most painful aspect in relationship is when a third person comes in.
Okay.
And the third person starts to feed in.
Okay.
And you get to know. Assuming you are out with somebody or you are going out with a friend. And just for you to know, you meet your friend with him or her on the way. You were just going around your normal duties you were working with. You have found fresh love. And you know when you find fresh love, how it looks like.
Yeah.
So you are just walking town or you are going to sit somewhere to have quiet time. Then a friend passing. Say, shake you do your normal things. Then the next minute, say, na guy way here. Then the person starts to give you flaws over the person. It's hurting. But if you have opened up, and this opening up is not opening up of all your past. I keep on saying it. Your past does not determine your future. When it comes to your relationship. You determine what you want in your future. So your past do not determine. Your past, people may know your past and they would like to fall on your past to judge you now. But your present life should tell the people that I'm a changed person. I have found love this time around. I have found that person I wanted to be with. And I'm with the person. So don't judge me with my past.
So, Rev, please, let's come to the story we read. Should a Christian abstain from sex before marriage?
I last time when I came here, one of my senior pastors called me and said, "Oh, my son, you made certain utterances and I think you should go back and repeat them."
Okay.
We are pushing a lot of people into prostitution in the church. And I'm saying it without fear or favor. You go to church, you pay first offering, second offering, special offerings. Pastor call for people to support and you want to be part of it. Because all your course, all your friends, going to meet the pastor is ease for them.
Okay.
Because when pastor stands on the podium and call for any give out, they are the first people to rush to the altar to give those monies. A lot of this thing is taking a lot of people into prostitution because he wants to catch up in the church. He wants to wear beautiful wig like you are wearing.
Okay.
You get it? He or she wants to be there. He wants to drive that Porsche car that the friend drove some few weeks to church. So the next minute, he's going to do a hookup. And I was amazed when the bishop was talking to me and he said, people comes to him, men comes to him that they are into hookup.
Wow.
So he has gotten to that place. One, you must abstain. As for the abstinence, you must abstain. But when I was talking to my bishop said, now, with the source of things that are going on, if you don't try to see, you might fall into a ditch. And I said, "Oh, Bishop, which kind of ditch?" He said, "You might fall into what we are discussing. You might go and maybe you have enjoyed in your past and you are open and you want something that can suit you. And you get there and it can't even be toothpick to even remove stains from your teeth."
Okay.
It's appalling. It's a little bit bad, but I will urge the Christian body and I'll urge the social body. It is pleasant and it is pure in the sight of God to abstain from sex before marriage.
Okay.
It is holy thou art. If you have the strength, I want to talk like Paul in the Bible. If you have strength and you can abstain, I'll urge you to abstain.
Okay. So, Rev, with what you just said, that it's good, it's a good thing for a Christian to abstain from sex before marriage. I'd like to ask you that what are the physical consequences of sexual exploitation as a youth before marriage? What happens when you are exploited before getting married? What happens?
One, you become too exposed.
Mm,
You become too exposed to STIs. You become
Okay.
too exposed to technicalities when it gets to lovemaking.
okay.
And if your partner does not know, he or she becomes a victim.
Okay, if your current husband does not know the
Or your
things that
current,
you're
I want us to be male and female here
okay.
on this platform. If your husband, assuming me, the man, have explored,
Mm.
I know the taste of Ajwa Mansa, I know the taste of
You know the styles she gives you, you
Yes.
know the feel of it.
Yes. And I get into Aquile,
Mm.
and Aquile can't give me those things. I will push Aquile to give me, and if she can't, I'll fall out.
Mm.
The reason why a lot of marriages are going down the drain, sex is not all about the marriage, but it's one of the key things that is chasing a lot of women out of their marital homes.
Okay.
It's a lot of things that are chasing the men out of their marital home. Because when they were younger, when they were out before marriage, they exploit.
Okay.
So they think whatever they did in the past, whatever experience they have,
That's
they
the
should
same
have
thing they'll have in the
in
marriage.
the marriage.
Okay.
But there is a proverb that says that enye sikeni fe ne wan. Enye sikeni fe ne wan. Ni opremeni. So if the person is opremeni, enye sikeni afe ne opremeni o. Because opremeni betu akofa o false. Na se na obehye no, osikeni ontumi hye na sa.
So, Rev, is it important to look out for certain things in your partner sexually before you marry? Let's say yes. Now that you are saying that it is not okay to explore before marriage, or when you are dating, you guys should try and abstain from sex before marriage.
I said if you can.
If you can.
But it's my prayer for you as a man of God that may God give you strength for you to be able to abstain.
So how do you know that your partner is sexually okay to your liking? Aside having an intercourse with the person, is there any other way that you can teach us that
I think communication in relationship should solve a lot of these problems.
Communication.
Yes, you communicating with your partner.
Sexually.
You have that time to talk about finance, how both of you can team up to finance your relationship, to finance your marriage, to finance when child comes in, when children comes in, how you are going to go about it, how the lady is supposed to upgrade his academics, how the man is supposed to upgrade his academics. You get it?
Yeah.
The sorts of businesses you will do in the future, what you are supposed to venture in.
So it's the same way you need to discuss.
Likewise, you should have time and discuss your sex life.
Is it not a sin when you sit with your partner you are yet to get married to and you discuss sex with him?
It's not a sin. It's conformity and information.
Okay.
It doesn't become a sin. I want to know you and I want to know you better.
So in this context, are you supposed to tell the person the size of your dick? Because you know this with the story we read, the lady have not had an intercourse with her.
It should be ready enough to tell the lady, my dear, I love you so much, but this is my predicament.
Okay.
I'm small in size.
Okay.
When you get under me, I'm very small there. So let's manage it.
Okay.
When the lady understands, you become the best of man.
Okay. Without having sex.
Okay. So the person will be willing to even taste it when you get married.
Okay. So with that, when you get into the marriage, the person will not have too much expectations.
Yes.
Because he or she already knows that, okay, you have a small D.
Yes. There's a
Okay.
communication there. And you see, when you have abstained, it doesn't matter the size.
That's true. Whatever fits.
Whatever fits.
That's true. So
you won't say my husband is too big and I'm too small.
So can you overlook your partner's sexual weakness for his good heart? Because with what we read, the lady is admitting that the only thing that is wrong with the husband is the small, yes. But then the husband has is a kind-hearted man.
So I was, when you were reading the text, I was asking myself, what does true love means?
Okay.
Does it mean only going to make sex? Or going to team up to make a future?
Okay.
I'm looking at making a team to look up to the future.
Rather than the sexual satisfaction.
I was taught, and I've learned, I'm going to learn that sex is part of the marriage. But in my study, I've come to realize that when you, after making up your children, sex become a nuisance in a marriage.
Oh, okay.
So it becomes now what is on the table, what can make the family work.
Okay.
So why don't you put more energy in what is making the family stand, which is the love, which is the caring, which is the kind heart, which is the protection, rather than dwelling on making babies.
Okay, so man of God, how can you communicate with your partner when you are not satisfied with his manhood and vice versa? Let's say finally you try and abstain from sex like you advise the youth. So you've abstained from sex and then you are now together and then you've realized that, okay, when you told me that your manhood was small, I didn't know that it wouldn't fit me. Because let's say the lady has already explored from the world before he came to meet the man. And you know that if I continue like this and I don't talk to my husband, I may probably cheat on him because he's not doing it right and his manhood is not even to my satisfaction. So how are you going to communicate that in marriage?
See, the best way to win a man's heart is to tell him to his face what you want and what he must do for you.
Okay.
So assuming from where you are coming from or from the question you just posted to me, let's assume the man is big and the lady is small. And the man is willing to take the woman through that la costa.
Yeah.
It's a matter of communication and make the person happy. This is to the ladies.
Okay.
When you want something from your man, the way you go roll is your hand in her hair. You go touching his chest just for him to put his hands inside his pocket to give you some money to get your nice weave on, to get your makeup done, to get your hair done, to get that watch you want, to get that necklace you want. Do the same when there is issues in the house.
Okay.
Make him happy. Make the man happy again and tell him, honey, I think we should go and see a specialist because this thing is eating me up. And if care is not taken, I might. Because anytime we make love, it doesn't get to my satisfaction.
Okay. So try and speak calmly.
Yes.
And then try and get him to understand. Maybe, oh, honey, let's go to the hospital or let's go and get something done about it.
And moreover, to the ladies, learn to adjust. Learn to adjust. Learn to conform. Why am I saying this? You are coming from a different background. I'm coming from a different background. You have explored. I have not explored. I've explored. You have not explored. I'm adjusting to you. So you must learn to adjust. You must learn to just say, it is enough. When it was shared, this is what I had.
Wow.
And I would like to stay and stick with this one. It also makes babies.
Okay.
What is the fun of it if you are doing it and babies are not coming?
Okay.
What is the fun of it if it is your size and you are not getting the babies?
Okay.
If it's even bigger the way you want it and babies are not coming out. But it's small and you can have the babies you want. And beautiful as they are.
And have a beautiful family, because this man in question already has a beautiful heart, has a kind heart.
You understand?
So, Rev, my last question for you will be, is it okay to look out for yourself in a relationship? Because this was a relationship. The lady got to know that, okay, my man is hiding this secrets from me. Let's say it's not even just about the manhood, but my man is hiding very vital things away from me. Is it okay to look out for yourself and say that, no, I can't have this. I want this for myself. And then you, depending on that, you move out from the relationship.
I want to talk to this lady because he requested that Dr. Love should advise
Yes, sir.
her. And it's bad on her side because he was so selfish to the extent that she was only thinking about what will make her happy.
But Rev, don't you think that it is better that way rather than she entering the marriage where the dick is small and she wasn't satisfied?
So how long did she discuss this? And what was the motive of the man, whether to go and see a specialist on that? Because I know a lot of ladies out there that have gone to work on their boobs, they have gone to work on their back and other stuff. So I would know that certain men has gone to work on. So you go, you see a specialist, if it can be of help, you get the size you want. And this time around, it will be with you.
Okay.
You understand? So you will even determine to the doctor, to the specialist. We tell the specialist, I want it by 7, I want it by 8.
Okay.
In size.
Okay, Rev. So thank you so much. I believe that tonight's show has been very, very, very educative. It's about a young girl who is in a relationship and then finds out that the husband-to-be has a micro penis. Rev is saying that when you are in such a situation, just try and speak to the person, whether in a relationship or in a marriage, speak to the person and try and seek for the help that your partner needs so that you can have it for yourself just as you want it. Thank you so much. This has been the Dr. Love Show, and I am your host, Lady EMEFA. Thank you for joining. Make sure that you leave a comment, share, like, and then follow Shine TV on all social media platforms. Make sure that you join us each and every Tuesday. The time is 3:00 p.m. sharp. Tell a friend to tell another friend that Dr. Love is every Tuesday, 3:00 p.m. sharp. And I believe that this show will be a blessing to you and your friends. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.